Hey guys, it's me, Rex King here, back with another video, and today, welcome to the Dinotube Iceberg, Layer 1, and this series will be split into 10 parts for each layer. But before we start the iceberg, you can skip to this timestamp on screen to skip the introduction. But first, let me explain what Dinotube is and what iceberg is for those who don't know. Well, in its name, Dinotube is Dinosaur YouTube, but it can also be split up into different sub-communities of Dinotube. For example, gaming, animation, and Jurassic Park, where we're going to focus on one specific section of Dinotube, the figure collecting side of Dinotube. And for Iceberg, it's basically like a list of the least obscure things to the most obscure things. For example, the first layer or the surface layer would be BionicleSaurus, and for the bottom layer it would be /Dinotube. But before that, I am one of 3 co-hosts, and I'll be hosting part 1, part 4, part 7, and part 10. And for our next lovely co-host, please welcome some stupid sketch show guy.
Thanks for having me, Rex King. I will be doing parts 2, 5, 8, and 10. And next up is my lovely co-host, King Kaiju. So please, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, King Kaiju here. I will be narrating parts 3, part 6, and part 9. And as well as that, all of us will be helping out on part 10. Back to the Rex King fella.
Thank you, King Kaiju. And finally, let's get into the iceberg with layer 1. Welcome to the Dinotube Iceberg. Our first entry on the iceberg, BionicleSaurus. BionicleSaurus is a Dinotuber with over 35,000 subscribers, so he's pretty sizable in the Dinotube community. He first created his channel back in April 12, 2013, and uploaded the first episode of Dinosaur Island on the same date. After the 2 seasons of Dinosaur Island were completed, and he was moving on to season 3, he started to make other types of content, like reviews and collection videos, and he made his first reptile collection video. But in early 2016, he did a shout video for a pretty small Dinotuber at the time, Kayakasaurus, for the announcement of DIR, or Dinosaur Island Revival. Unknowns to him, Kayakasaurus will become one of the biggest Dinotubers on the platform, and inspire many in the Dinotube community. But 7 months later, after he gave Kayakasaurus that shout out, he released a teaser for season 4 of Dinosaur Island. After that, he continued to make season 4 until February of 2018, and 6 months later, Dinosaur Island season 5 released. After the closure of DinoNation and Coppa was announced to be coming to YouTube, BionicleSaurus privated all his videos, and some people made fun of him for that. In particular, Sketchy made fun of him, and same with King Kaiju. In 2020, he returned with the other Dinosaur Island, which he inconsistently uploaded to focus on other aspects of his life, and that's where BionicleSaurus is currently. And let's move on to Spinodude. Spinodude is a pretty big Dinotuber with over 6,000 subscribers. He's pretty sizable, but not on the level of BionicleSaurus. He mainly does reviews, since his channel was founded on reviews, but he does other types of content like collection, commentary, gaming, and even the occasional AliExpress video. Like BionicleSaurus, he privated his content because of Coppa, and the same people made fun of him, like BionicleSaurus. He returned around the same time as BionicleSaurus, and he's still uploading to this day. Now let's move on to Everything Dinosaur. Everything Dinosaur is located in the UK, and they're one of the biggest dinosaur retailers on the internet. Everything Dinosaur sells a wide variety of stuff, but they mainly sell models. They also sell clothing, and they even sell party items. There's nothing much to say about everything dinosaur other than this, so let's move on to our next category. Schleich is a German dinosaur manufacturer, but they also make animals and fantasy creatures, but their dinosaurs are mainly a hit or a miss. Especially in recent years, Schleich's quality has been going down compared to 2018 and 2019. Some Schleichosaurus figures are the Schleich Kayakasaurus and the Schleich Plesiosaurus. Also, can we talk about the old Schleich Spino? What the hell is this? I am scared. But let's move on to the next category, which is CollectA. CollectA used to be known as Procon, and their figures back then weren't that good, like the Centaurosaurus. But in recent years, CollectA has dominated with scientific accuracy and has improved since the Procon days. They also have this pretty sexy T-Rex, which I love. Anyways, let's move on to Safari Limited. Safari Limited is based in Florida, USA, and they make some pretty great figures like CollectA. They made the Feather T-Rex. They also made the Safari Limited Seal Physis, which are pretty good looking figures. And Safari usually puts quality over quantity, like CollectA, but they can have some mishaps like their 2020 Dilophosaurus and their 2019 Spinosaurus, but overall, Safari is a pretty good company with a lot of great quality figures. They can also sponsor some Dinotubers like Spinodude and BionicleSaurus. Our next category is Papo. Papo is usually known for their really great detail on their figures, but however in recent years their figures took a dip in quality. For example, the Papo 2020 Giganotosaurus and the Papo 2022 Proceratops. These are examples of Papo just sucking at it. Like, these figures, you wouldn't expect them to come from Papo, but let's move on to the bright side. Papo has also made some pretty good figures, like their Papo Kralophosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is very iconic, especially the green running T-Rex since it's literally everywhere. On a more positive note, let's move on to the next category, which is Dinosaur Island. Dinosaur Island was created by BionicleSaurus and was inspired off of Dino Island, made by Raptor Boy 101. BionicleSaurus first filmed Season 1 back in 2011, however it wasn't publicized until 2013. Season 1 has racked up over millions of views, especially the finale with over 3.8 million views, which is still the most popular video on BionicleSaurus' channel. 5 months later, on January 1st of 2014, Season 2 would release, and Season 2 would end on July 19th of 2014. The most popular episode from the season was Episode 10, The Underwater Battle, with over 1.6 million views. After Season 2 ended, BionicleSaurus took a 5-month break and came back in March of 2015 with Dinosaur Island Season 3, and Dinosaur Island Season 3 was supposed to be the finale of Dinosaur Island until 2 years later, Season 4 was released. Not as popular as the past seasons, instead it was more high quality with sound effects, better camera quality, and even its own OST to boot. Season 4 also set an example for other series to follow later. After Season 4 was wrapped up, production on Season 5 began. Around this time, BionicleSaurus started to lose interest in Season 5 and wanted to explore other areas in life, and they prioritized Season 5. And Season 5 is still on a permanent hiatus, and Season 6 is still left up in the air. Our next category is my good friend, Some Stupid Sketch Show Guy. Originally, he created his channel back in 2015 in November, but he wouldn't upload until April of 2016. After he made his first video, he changed his name from Nathan Klein to Savage Coverman.
Hey guys, it's the Savage Coverman.
After that, he kept making videos, usually song covers, but he did also do other types of content, like Q&A videos, and him eating chocolate. So, a lot of the older videos of him hasn't aged well, especially this cringy piece of work.
Drop it.
Okay, I'm done with the cringe. But after that, he would still upload for 8 months, but quit due to lack of interest in his channel. Eventually, he came back with Giovanni and the 7 Seas, which was inspired off of Monster Island Buddies. Oh yeah, he also did a Billy the Dimension Hopper wiki, and even got a shout out from Kayakasaurus.
And also subscribe to this guy's YouTube channel. His name is Some Stupid Sketch Show Guy. He's on 110 subs right now.
After that shout out boosted his channel to over 200 subs, and around this time he started to make 2 series, the Dinosaur Talk Show and Dinosaur Archipelago, and he even started a live stream, so that's cool. And he even did a short called Venomorph, which spawned into its own series with over 31 videos in the whole entire series. Eventually, 2 years later, he gets his second boost in popularity with a tribute for Primal with Skillet's Back from the Dead Tonight, which is still his most popular video on his channel to this day, with over 6,000 views on it. And eventually, his third boost in popularity came in a form of a tier list for 5 Nights at Flumpty's. And that concludes Some Stupid Sketch Show Guy. Now on to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Andy's Dinosaur Reviews is a channel with over 17,000 subscribers. He uploads daily videos, usually of reviews, but sometimes he does news updates for figures. And this has gained him some popularity in the community, with him reaching 500 or to 1,000 views per video, and especially on his news videos over 2,000 views, which is pretty impressive for his size. Overall, Andy is an important part of the community with his daily reviews. And moving on to our next category with Beast of the Mesozoic. Beast of the Mesozoic is an action figure line for paleoaccurate dinosaurs. Currently, it has 3 lines: the Raptor series, the Ceratopsian series, and finally, the Tyrannosaurus series. And Beast of the Mesozoic also has Kickstarter exclusives, like the juvenile Monoclonius. And that wraps it up for Beast of the Mesozoic. Our next category on the iceberg is figure reviews. Figure reviews are a genre of YouTube. It refers to people making reviews on toys/models of any kind. In Dinotube's case, it refers to dinosaur figures that are reviewed. This can be any figure from the companies that I mentioned before. There are also channels directed to reviewing these dinosaur figures, like Matthew the Dinosaur King, which is our next topic. Matthew the Dinosaur King is probably one of the oldest Dinotubers that's still around and still actively uploads. He has provided the community with reviews since 2013 for the longest time, and has over 400 videos on reviewing figures, and he even has its own DI type series called Prehistoric Island, and he's a central part of the community with his reviews. Now moving on to our next topic, which is the Paleoverse. The Paleoverse is a series made by the Dinosaur Discovery or Kieran Crabtree. The Paleoverse was inspired by Brady's Dinoverse. The Paleoverse had a total of 2 seasons. In these seasons, we see characters named after Dinotubers. The Paleoverse also had 3 movies and 1 coming up. One of the movies, Paleoverse Extermination, made by Brady, or aka Average Train Enjoyer, and their upcoming film, Paleoverse Universes Collide, is coming soon on December 31st. Now, speaking of the Dinosaur Discovery, he is our next topic on the iceberg. The Dinosaur Discovery would first upload of May of 2019. 2018 under the name Spirit Productions, but he changed his name 2 months later to the Dinosaur Discovery. Alongside with the name change, he started to do informative paleontology content alongside his reviews. Eventually, not too long after, he joined the Dinoverse and made it into the Dinoverse series itself. And after the Dinoverse ended, he would make his own group called the Paleoverse, with it splitting into its own series with the Paleoverse members and a few extra Dinotubers. And with the Paleoverse still going on, he made other series like Emberwood and Shadows of the Mesozoic. And that's it for the Dinosaur Discovery. Now move on to our next topic, HoopsAndDinoMan. He's regarded as one of the oldest Dinotubers on the platform. With being the oldest Dinotuber, he has made one of the most popular series on Dinotube, a dinosaur story and another dinosaur story. After another dinosaur story wrapped up, he would take a break from YouTube and come back with movie reviews, which he did for 4 years, and eventually he switched his content to movie reviews to claymation, which he still does to this day. And that wraps up for HoopsAndDinoMan. Now let's move on to our next topic, DinoNation. DinoNation, also known as the End, DinoNation was a Discord server made in early 2018. The server was well known for gathering many of the mid-generation Dinotubers. This included anyone from Spinodude, Sketchy, and even Kayakasaurus. DinoNation also had several controversies surrounding it, but those will be mentioned later in later parts of the iceberg. Now let's move on to our next topic, Kayakasaurus. Kayakasaurus is a Dinotuber with over 300,000 subscribers and is probably one of the biggest Dinotubers on the platform. He got his fame from sculpting his own figures and making dioramas out of them. And he even has been approached by Wildpass to make their Pterosaurus for them. Our next topic on the iceberg is JurassicCollectables. JurassicCollectables is well known for his dinosaur reviews. While he's not necessarily in the community, but he has inspired many in the community to make figure reviews. In recent years, David, the owner of the channel, has passed the role on to Tom Jurassic due to his personal life. Now that we're done with JurassicCollectables, let's move on to CollectJurassic. CollectJurassic is one of the most trustworthy sources of news for Mattel Jurassic World figures. Again, not in the Dinotube community, but he does influence the news in the community and does give said images. That wraps up CollectJurassic, and let's move on to DI type shows. DI type shows stands for Dinosaur Island type shows. This is a genre of Dinotube where it's filmed like a documentary. However, this genre has died down a bit due to the biggest shows in this genre being on a permanent hiatus or lack of interest. And that wraps up DI type shows. Now let's move on to the DinoToyForum. DinoToyForum is a website run by the Dinosaur Toy blog. This website has been up for many years and it's a great place to get figure news and get in touch with other collectors. Our next topic is Pterosaur Flight. This video was posted on Reddit by Jewel Thief about 5 years ago. The post got over 46.5k upvotes on r/videos, naturally, and they got many subscribers from this video and how this channel got started. And that wraps up with Pterosaur Flight. Now our next topic is PNSO. PNSO is a Chinese company. They have made many figures, especially in the last 2 to 3 years. In 2020 alone, they have released over 20 figures as of December 2021. And that wraps up with PNSO. Now let's move on to our next topic, Mattel. After getting the toy rights of Jurassic Park from Hasbro in 2016, they started making toys in 2018, which has been a huge success for them. In total, they have 4 lines, which are the Fallen Kingdom line, Dino Rivals, Prime Attack, and this year's Dinoscape. Also, upcoming Jurassic World Dominion line coming in 2022. Speaking about Jurassic Park, our next topic is Kenner. Kenner was the first company to make Jurassic Park toys. These toys are sought after by collectors for their nostalgia and value. The most rare of the Kenner lines is the Chaos Effect line because it was cancelled due to not enough sales. And our next topic is dinosaur collection videos. This refers to Dinotubers showing off their collections. This type of video is a must-have for Dinotubers. Usually collection videos can get you many views, so I recommend you to do this type of video. Our next topic on the iceberg is the Jurassic Park compound or Ted Brothers. The Jurassic Park compound has amassed over 45,000 subscribers due to his phenomenal repaints and sculpts. Some of his repaints and sculpts include the Ultimasaurus and Spinoraptor, so I recommend you check out his channel. And our next topic is Hasbro. After the closing of Kenner in 2000 due to poor sales, Hasbro from now on was making the line. The quality was really spotty for the JB3 line compared to the Kenner line. In 2015, when the Jurassic World line was released, the quality went down fast. Screw holes littered the other side of their dinosaurs. Another problem was the sloppy paint. Sales went down, and in 2016, Hasbro and Universal cut ties. The Jurassic Park IP shifted to Mattel and have been making toys ever since 2018. Our next topic is Dino Scream Reviews. Another YouTuber that got popular off of dinosaur figure reviews. His reviews has a wide range of figures from Mattel to CollectA. His most popular reviews are his Mattel reviews. He still makes reviews and got a large sub count due to these reviews. Our next topic is PaleoMedia. This large server is really well known for being a dino lover's holy grail. The server mainly consists of talking about prehistoric news, topics, and everything in between. It has gained nearly 1,000 members and is still used every day as of this video. And it's a great place if you like paleo stuff. And our next topic is E.D.G.E. E.D.G.E is a very popular paleo creator who is known for covering topics in modern day zoology, cryptozoology, and finally prehistory. His prehistory content is of course his most well liked because who doesn't like dinosaurs? And our next topic is on Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong. This YouTube channel is very well known for talking about what it says in its name, dinosaurs that are inaccurately portrayed. It gained a large following due to its informal but comedic style of videos. Our next topic is TREY the Explainer. Similar to E.D.G.E, TREY the Explainer is a very popular paleo YouTuber. He has a vast array of paleo content, anywhere from his paleo profiles to talking about certain paleo topics like the accuracy of Jurassic Park. Throughout the years, he's gained a huge following over this, and still is around and uploading well-made content. And our next topic is Marco Makes. Marco Makes is well known for being a popular paleo/Jurassic Park influence on things like Instagram and YouTube. He's probably most well known for his beautiful sculpts he makes of dinosaurs, such as the Rubbersaurus. Go check him out if you're interested. Our next topic is Coppa. This one will be pretty short. You don't really have to know about Dinotube to know what it is. Coppa is an app that affects YouTube and has made it where you have to upload content especially for adults or young adults, and not children. Now, this seems fine, right? Well, the content that falls under Made for Kids is actually very broad and causes many to leave YouTube. One last thing about Coppa, it sucks a lot. And our next topic is Victoria's Cantina. This Jurassic Park influencer is well known in the Dinotube community for Mattel Jurassic content. She's openly talked about Mattel, going from praising some of her figures to criticizing them as well. Some might see this as bad, but this actually makes her a reliable source and it's a good way to get unbiased opinions. And our next topic is Jurassic Outpost. Probably one of the most infamous news sources for Jurassic news. Many Dinotubers use Jurassic Outpost for their quick news, similar to CollectJurassic. They also run a series called Beyond the Gates, which is debatably good to say the least, but they're still known for their wins over their losses, and are generally considered some great news. And our next topic is about David Silva. David Silva is the creator of Beast of Mesozoic, but he has done artwork for other companies like NECA and Hasbro. But the sad case is that his Allosaurus and Pachyrhinosaurus were the only two released. However, his Stegosaurus, Kayakasaurus, and Carnotaurus were never released. And our next topic is on dinosaur fight debates. This mainly stems from Spinosaurus vs T-Rex debates, but this does affect Dinotube through the videos with versus videos like Spinosaurus vs T-Rex, etc. And our last topic for layer 1 is BloodTooth. BloodTooth is considered the mascot of Dinosaur Island. BloodTooth is a large red Tyrannosaurus Rex. She is usually portrayed by the Carnegie Collection 10th year anniversary Rex. And this wraps up layer 1 of the Dinotube Iceberg. Hope you guys enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Rex King signing out. Goodbye.